Magicians are in first place at the moment, and every single team in this lobby is breathing down their necks.
I have to say, I can't argue with the former North squad. These gentlemen have been playing out of their minds, and they've been doing it when it matters most, which is what I think is the best part about their performance today. But I really have to look at Three Trees and the way that they have, especially Totem Esports and Three Trees, clawed their way back into these final games. And to me, I look at momentum as a big part of whether you perform. And I think those teams right there specifically have a lot of momentum, especially when it counts in those final circles. And I think that's what might count today, that final circle between these teams. And you can see it again. Zeraphir and T-Rex, they have fought again and again and again, but this could be our third-place team going out right now unless Querney and Zeraphir have something, Zeraphir has something to say about it. They will not. T-Rex is out of the running. They will not win. And boy, oh boy, you got to say 2 rats, 1 controller. They might have gotten the better end of that trade.
That's our 19th place team taking out our 3rd place team. 6 games they have contested each other. And I tell you what, if you're T-Rex right now, you have got to be fuming at what has occurred so far in every single game. And to lose it, that battle in that final game has got to be a heartbreak for them. But what's done is done. Magicians now, they're around train at the moment. They're currently looting up. We'll take a look at that end circle as well. It looks like, to me, Refinery is going to be where a lot of teams are trying to get to. You can see the ping on that little compound outside of it as well. But that is a fantastic circle for Mikkel, Can, and Dan, who drop at Overlook on that very eastern side here of World's Edge. They have a short rotation to work with. They're going to have the charge rifle in hand as well, as they always do, usually in the hands of Mandy. He's going to be laying down damage. So not only have they got a great rotation, they've also got the ability to charge up those Evo shields, do a lot of damage on those teams rotating in, force fights away from them. They really are in a great position here with that circle.
And it's not just that, which great points you mentioned. It's not just that they can do it easily, because sniper ammo is probably the most efficient ammo with which to get damage, do damage, and charge it up. And it's really plentiful around the map when you really look at it. A lot of sniper ammo, when you're trying to pick it up, it's there. When you run away and hope it's there and you haven't picked it up, sometimes it is hard to find. But typically when you're looting, you can get enough for an entire game of sniper ammo just in your initial loot. And that's what makes the charge rifle so powerful. One shot up to 90 damage, really consistent hit scan weapon that can allow you to get these Evos up even if you decide to get to that end zone quickly. A couple of teams here still to mention, 7-8-9, 37 points. They find themselves in the middle of the pack, about 8 points off the lead. But they are geared up, level 2 shields, running towards Harvester, making their rotation, and doing it, albeit not the fastest, but still not the slowest either in the lobby.
Yeah, they've always managed to find their way somehow into a decent position towards these end games, whether it's been initially on their rotation or some sort of miracle play that we saw in Game 1 where they were down to 1 player numerous times, managed to get back up to a full complement and get some points on the board. They always find a way to do things, and Third Impact at the moment, they are currently in our leaderboards down in 7th place, but they are 10 points behind first place. Just a reminder of how tight things are. They're set up in Refinery at the moment. They're landing some shots, and I tell you what, 10 points could be cut down at the moment if they can pick up some of these KP.
And New Esports, they're going to fall. That's just big-time stuff there. They find post-kill. And that is just Third Impact having a better position right away. Crypto Drone, 1 shot with a G7, not enough. He's going to have to hit 2 with the 45 damage that it will take to get rid of the drone, and that is just going to be a quick heal back up, especially for Balanji, who now, 1 shield cell, it will do that 50 healing, and it'll make it that much more efficient. You're seeing a evac here coming back, dropping a player in, but they just want to set up so that when that player drops, it's just more KP to their name.
Yeah, hold your breath if you're dropping in right now. The scout shots are going to be raining in. Can they get the finish? No, though. The portal was down to get him back into the building, and Jazaz has got a little bit of aggressive there, trying to finish off that kill. I don't mind that too much, as long as you can get away and keep your life in hands. Flavor of the Month, though, they're in all sorts of trouble. Flavor of the Month eliminated. They're down in 9th place. They will not be taking home a championship today. They will be eliminated. They've been one of the most consistent teams, again, we've had today. So big plays coming in our game number 6.
Flavor of the Month, T-Rex, both out right now. These are teams within that top 10 conversation, top 9. And this is shaking up to be, if anything, an unexpected Game 6. But what else could you expect watching Europe? I don't think I'm surprised one bit that these teams are in that chaotic, organized chaos that has been so indicative of the European style of play today. 18 squads left. Kick Esports trying to kick the habit of getting close but not finding the victory, and now I think this is an opportunity with a few teams in their way taken care of early.
Yeah, I just saw in the kill feed as well, there was a knock coming in from MCD. So, like I mentioned, the charge rifle doing the work for them on these teams trying to rotate in. And speaking of teams rotating in, again, 789, who we caught up with a few moments ago, making their way through Harvester, now found themselves located into the truck. And Believe Rock now is going to send that drone out to try and find their next position to try and play. Try and scope out under this tunnel, see if they can lock down the area underneath currently where Mikkel, Can, and Dan are set up just outside of Overlook. Third Impact still being aggressive, though. I like this from them. Not setting up and just laying shots down, waiting for teams to rotate in. They're trying to claim as much of the real estate inside of where they are at the moment in Refinery and try and force any team who comes towards them to take damage, to be free kill points, to make isolated fights, and to give themselves the opportunity to make up the points to be a champ.
And you're right, Jazaz maybe pushing off that 56 with a grenade on set. They're getting aggressive, but beyond what you would normally consider. Shield back going on. They hear it as well. Are they willing to push it? They are. Big damage coming through. Is he going to get it? He's going to get the damage back. Ziki, Mastiff to the face. Oh my God. Third Impact. Did they push too much? It's up to Jazaz. Can he create something out of nothing? He hits the shield. He breaks it. R301 hit fire, but he goes down. But Zeke is still alive, and Balanji's got the heal off. Mastiff again. Can he find Tycoon, who's running around? Oh my God. This is incredible. But Third Impact on set, still alive, still fighting.
Still fighting, but it's a 1v1 scenario. Is there any teams in position to come in and clean things up? And look at this! Big brain play coming in from the player on the opposite team. The EMP going down to try and finish him off, but it looks like he might have been taken down in all of that. So unfortunately for them, that 1v1 won't come to fruition as another player comes in to finish things off. But Leaderboard de France, now they're involved in a fight as well. And I tell you what, Rain Day, Europe has been crazy today. It has been not what we expect from these kind of lobbies as Leaderboard de France do clutch up in this fight. Usually we see methodical, slow, calculated play from our European teams. Today, it has been unpredictable. It has been carnage, and nobody has put their fork in the sand as far as who's going to take this home.
Bit of a taste of the exotic in Europe, and I'm all for it. I bet our fans are watching at home as well. Makes things interesting on a Sunday morning in quarantine, mostly around the world. At least something's happening. Maybe digital, but hey, it feels so real for us now watching it. It's real for these guys. Prize points, money, and of course, with the mention of that ALGS championship on the horizon towards the middle part of this year, all of this has an impact that could be quite literally worth millions.
So Magicians then our first place team at the moment, 45 points on the board for them. They are holding down first place, and this is the team who are trying desperately to chase them down. Just 1 point behind, 28 total kills for Mikkel, Can, and Dan so far in the 5 games that we've had so far. And I'm pretty sure that the team underneath them is going to be 7, 8, 9 that we saw scoping out that tunnel a little bit ago when they were working their way from that truck. So they're just trying to watch that zip up, make sure that they don't give away free shots to the team who might try and be a little bit sneaky. But Third Impact, look at that. They have managed to get every player back up from that fight, and they have the KP on the board. You can see Balanji with 2 to his name.
You know, I love Third Impact and what they've done here. They not only rotated first, but anybody who's tried to come in and take any of their real estate away, they have questioned it. They have fought it. They have been willing to put their life on the line. And it's kind of interesting that we're in this world right now because people are making big bets, and they're saying, I'm willing to die in order to win. And some teams want to win, but they're not willing to push and die. And you're seeing Third Impact saying, no, we are willing to give everything we have just to make sure we hold this zone. And I think they're starting to become my favorite here just as the way they're playing. There's still a lot to go. There's still a lot of game, but the way that they are investing on set, I don't know about you, but I'm just starting to feel much more confident that they are doing whatever it takes to go ahead and take the win.
Hey, Ricky Bobby would be proud of him, right? If you're not first, you're last, and that's kind of the attitude they seem to be taking in this game. And you've got to think, every fight you win as well, more loot in the back pocket, more ammo, more meds, everything that you need to be successful when you get towards that end game. So I kind of like the way they're approaching it. They're fearless, and you've got to respect that. Now, Totem Esports, who are currently in 4th place, exchanging shots across the map at the moment with Mikkel, Can, and Dan, our 2nd place team. Not going to be too much damage done, but they could both disrupt each other's meds as they make their way on the rotation. Just a little bit like that. So frustrating when you get clipped by that charge rifle.
I mean, we've all been there. Throw a nice shield cell up. Boom, charge rifle. Just, oh my God, just that little bit of health.
Come on, man.
Like,
just let me live.
You're gonna make me use another shield cell for like 5 health. That's charge rifle boys right there. I mean, that's why the weapon is so good and so hated in some ways and so loved when you're on the right side of that thing. But it is definitely a double-edged sword, depending on your perspective of the charge. Mikkel, Can, and Dan on sets really touted this team as the one to look out for, and I can't disagree at this point. Decent rotation coming from Overlook, have not been tested too much. Long range, efficient damage, and running really one of the newest hop-ups here in Apex Legends, which I think in Season 7 has been severely underplayed, severely underrated. The ability for that quick draw holster to get back into that Mastiff or that EVA 8 rather. I mean, I think it's just something that we may see come into play later on in these tight, close court encounters.
I mean, RPR's a beast with that weapon. That's all I will say, whether it's got an attachment or not. And giving him that extra little bit of oomph is certainly going to be good here for Mikkel, Can, and Dan. Speaking of which, these 3 players are currently chasing down first place. They're currently set in second. They're set up on the map. Let's jump into the comms and see how the communication is.
I got to stop shooting actually.
How much do
I
you
have
have?
100 bullets, never mind.
How long until red?
700.
Okay.
This guy's low. I think he got knocked.
Red. I can't see him. We need a scan here now, Tashin.
Mandy, this guy.
Who? Oh, here? Yeah, no, I didn't see
Tashin,
him.
I need a scan for the tunnel now. I need to know what they're doing.
I'm on my way.
48 in this guy. They're TPing down.
Yeah, he's queuing down. What is he doing? He's down here, and one team is here. There's 2 teams in the chain. No, they put TP'd out of it. Dude, I'm fucking shooting pixels with a wingman, bro. Give me 2 damage. One of these degenerates. So it was no one there, Tashin, below?
There's still team there. I scared. Didn't you watch?
I wasn't watching, sorry.
There were.
I watched. I saw them.
Yeah, I think you just
They're
keep
getting pulled
scanning
up from behind. These guys, look.
And I knocked one. Please
Nice.
first him.
Look
Where?
at this guy. Gibby's one shot here.
I got him.
Nice. Can you keep scanning this off
Look at these
cooldown,
guys.
Tashin?
Look at these guys. Tashin.
Yeah, but no one's looking right side.
Yeah, no
maybe
one's
I
gonna
see.
walk up to us right now. No one's gonna walk up to us from right side right now. And I can see right side from here.
Together.
This way.
They're fighting here.
Still spotted.
I scanned, but I couldn't see anyone.
I don't see where they went then. They could be up there then, right?
Maybe it was the team. Maybe it was the team that rotated that way. The caustic team.
They could have put it in the train yard. Yeah,
They
to the
came
train.
from here.
Okay. You can go back, Tishin. Just keep in mind of that, okay? Can you
Dude,
just...
I probably need to get red armor soon, or give it to
Yeah,
me. It's literally
I'm
4
one
damage.
bullet. I'm 1 bullet. don't
I
worry.
know. We just gotta
I'll
get that
get
shit.
it. I'll get it, no problem. Just let me find a human to shoot. I'm just shooting at pixels right now, not humans. Yeah, there you go. I got it. I cracked him as well. there.
Knocked!
Nice, I cracked him. With a totem, we wanna fucking finish that if we can.
Shoot him here!
Wait, I'm reloading. Shoot that.
Look at this guy, he's
I
going
need to
down.
reload now. I shot 3 times on him.
Yeah.
There, they do it down there. They're fighting here. We want totem dead, bro.
Yeah, they're playing down there. I'm coming down to you guys. Be careful we don't get pushed from behind.
Are
Look
you
behind
sure?
us, look behind us.
Totem just savage does die. I think totem has
Shoot the
1
Wraith.
person alive.
Shoot the Wraith. Dead.
Dead, nice. Okay, now we need magician dead. That's disbelief in them.
Give me comms quick.
And that seems like Totem maybe have just bit the dust as well. Mikkel, Can, and Dan with the charge rifles from just downtown. Maybe making their case, as Onset had said, to be the eventual winners here of this European Winter Circuit OT2. And boy, oh boy, they have set themselves up to look pretty. But Magician still alive and well, Onset. They are in this battle just as much.
Yeah, and the two teams who are furthest away from each other at the moment on the map are Magicians and Mikkel, Can, and Dan, our first and second place team. We've just got a perfect view of how much damage that Mikkel, Can, and Dan have been doing with those charge rifles. They've been picking up kills with them, picking up knocks, but also influencing so many different fights across the map as we see Magicians now getting involved as well as teams are going to be pushing into their location. That's going to be a knock onto Gambit Esports' Leogri as well. So Magicians with a few kills to their name as well, and you can see that pull now in towards Refinery, in towards where that little settlement is as well. Both our first place team and our second place team are going to be at opposite ends of things.
Damage coming in from Magicians. It's almost too much to count here, but it's not enough to get anything as far as a full knock on the team. Artico does fall from Gambit, and that's who's below, but it seems like that's just one. And they need more than that if they're going to eliminate everyone else in the lobby. It's win or go home. It's not second place. Consolation prizes aren't enough for these guys, and we all know why they came here. 5 games in a row of hard effort, chaotic, trying to balance through just the unexpected, coming out every single game from the routes, from the plays, from the pushes. And now they have gotten all the way to a chance to win this. And they do not want to let it go.
This is going to be MCD, I believe, shooting down onto Magicians who are trying to make that rotation in. So damage that could be done here could be absolutely huge for them influencing a fight on the map to potentially take out the team who is in first place. We'll jump on board with Third Impact, though, who are currently sat down in 7th place as they're going to be facing up against North as well. But one worrying thing, I think, at this moment here for North is the fact that you saw what weaponry they had. They had 2 charge rifles, I still believe, in their hands, which means when we get to those closer range battles, they might be a little bit at a disadvantage to the likes of Magicians, who have a Peacekeeper, who have a Massive in their lineup.
You're looking at what matters here is 3 trees, Third Impact. 2 rats, 1 controller, not a chance, even though they've definitely done their work in getting T-Rex, the 3rd place team at the start of this lobby, out and open the door for Magicians and Mikkel, Can, and Dan. Those are really the 4 that you're looking at, the 5 that really can make a difference here in this finals. There's 7 squads left. Cooler surviving in the middle as well. How will they play out? We know these teams sometimes on the outskirts of the game can change things in an instant by who they decide to target. Magicians, they do not want to leave anything up for chance. They do not want magic to be the result of their win. They want hard work. They want correct decision making. And ultimately, they want to click heads.
I feel like Third Impact are going to have a huge say on this lobby as well and the final results, because they are the team who have angles at the Magicians and really could put the pain onto them if they make one misstep here. And it's Balonji now who's moving in, and look at that battle. I've called it, and that is what's happening right now. Disbelief has been taken down by Cooler Esports, who are firing down, but Balonji is the player who is doing the damage at the moment, and I believe that one player might have been eliminated here from Magicians, and now you're going to see the portal in from Third Impact. They smell blood in the water.
And they know they can get back to high ground with this portal, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Take it back. They controlled this area all game long. They have refined their technique and their play to be able to masterfully take advantage of anybody who has trespassed. And so far, Magicians realize just how much of a battle this is going to be. Malawan with the Gibraltar Shield decides to heal back up and play patiently. Now that Disbelief is gone, they've got the banner, but no mobile respawns from what I've seen, and not even a chance to do so as they're taking damage from all angles. Everyone involved in the skirmish, really except Third Impact, who is still on that high ground uncontested, considering the fact that they are in the best position right now to win this game.
This is going to be a huge portal play here coming in from Taskmaster here for Magicians. He needs to find somehow a safe place for them to play. And he's only got a few seconds to do it as well. He needs to get them into a place where they can survive and hope that Mikkel, Can, and Dan get taken down while this rotation occurs. Third Impact, they're trying to put some bullets down as well, and you can see Magicians right now, it's a hope and a prayer. The bubble goes down. Can they get in? They do for now, but will they be safe? Will they be able to live once this bubble does dissipate? A huge moment in our final game here.
And you can see Third Impact, they're basically targeting them. They know Magicians are first in the lobby, and if they go down, Third Impact finally has a chance. It looks like it's going to be Third Impact. Oh my God, they finished the first place team in the lobby. The second place team in the lobby is still alive, I believe, with Mikkel, Can, and Dan. They are over in the corner. And Third Impact knows that is really the team that has to go next, but they are in a perfect spot to survive one more round. They've got the Wraith Portal. They've got their Evo shields charged up. And Third Impact still has work to do. Mikkel, Ken, and Dan 9 points ahead of them at 44 with Third Impact's 35 going into this lobby. Have they done enough on set to try to turn the tables that far here in the final game?
They found somewhere safe to play, and one thing that's huge here for MCD is the fact that they've picked up kill points in working their way to this position. They're not hoping that other teams aren't going to pick up points around them. They've done it themselves, and with the help of Third Impact, who have been firing down on every single team who has tried to rotate into this zone, they are in a great position now, and for me, still favourites, not only from positioning, but from points accumulated already in this game number 6.
There are 2 rats here, potentially having a bit of a storyline, continuing in the real battle in between. What you could see is really a 2-man show here for the victory in Europe. It's Magicians, it's Mikkel, Ken, and Dan in Third Impact. These 2 teams top and then controlled over there at just the inside of that huge high salvo near the backside. It's just one of those things where you don't know how it's going to slice. 3 kills by Third Impact onto MCD. Could be enough on set to turn this around and give them the win, but will they get them?
Yeah, this is the play. If they take out MCD here, then Third Impact could numerically and mathematically win this tournament, but this fight is absolutely massive for them. Yuki's going to pick up one of the rats down. We're down to our final 3. They get the bubble down here.
Oh, they're going.
Third Impact are going to... MP comes down. The shots come in from the vault as well. MCD have been wiped off the face of the planet.
Oh!
Third Impact, from the position they were, might be able to steal this away now.
Oh, it's just cooler. They're trying to find it, but they can stay cooler themselves. Will they go ahead and turn this lobby upside down? Ziki looking for the armor swap. No, cooler. They take the victory, but have they done enough? Third Impact takes down Mikkel, Ken, and Dan, second place. They were 9 points behind, but that's 3 points in kill points that might have just been enough to turn the tables and give them the win. This is going to come down to points. It is going to come down to the wire. Cooler, congratulations. Albeit it is a bit of a consolation as they aren't really in contention to win. It is really going to come down to how these scores tabulate, and did Third Impact make enough of an impact with that KP at the end to go ahead and secure the victory.
What an insane game number 6 to see the teams just falling one by one who could potentially take home this tournament, and then to see Third Impact, who had influenced the lobby so much, not only with the kills that they were picking up, but the kills they were denying and the teams they were denying in on rotation as well, to take that 3v3 fight against MCD, recognizing who that team was that they had to take down to stop them getting points on the board. Massive plays from them. They did everything they could in that game, maybe bar somehow miraculously winning that fight and not getting the armor swaps down just in time to fight Cooler in a fair battle. But I mean, Cooler Esports take your final game, but that's not the story here. The story here is Magicians, Mikkel, Can, and Dan, and Third Impact. What team has done enough to be your champion?
I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills thinking about this, because if that play was the difference, oh my God, what a moment we just witnessed for Third Impact. And honestly, I don't have much more to say except congratulations to these teams, whoever came out on top, whether it ends up being Mikkel, Can, or Dan, or Third Impact, or maybe some of the other teams we might have missed out who might have had some high KP there who were above those teams to start. It has been a wonderful day in Europe, and boy, oh boy, it seems like Apex Competitive in 2021 is just getting started. With that, let's go ahead and send it back to our analysts to give us the results. It's going to be Kate and Tom giving us the ultimate say over who took this tournament.
Thank you, Raindan, on set. And oh my gosh, I will say this. If you were to write a story, I feel like it would be such a complete one. Third Impact, they came out swinging from the get-go. They have been earning these points from the beginning. You have Cooler Esports, this beautiful Cinderella story that we first saw on Twitter and now has translated into this game number 6. And then, of course, you can't say enough good things about Magicians, their consistency, MCD, their consistency, and all of this all in just one single game that could mean the difference between going to playoffs and not, between getting those pro points, getting that money and not. Tom, just take it from here. I think I'm done.
That was a great game and a great call there by Onset and from Rain Day. It was a lot of fun to watch. What a fun day overall. But you have to feel for Magicians.
Yeah.
They were there the entire time, and then all of a sudden they get taken out. Third Impact gets a refinery zone finally. They've always landed over towards that side of the map, so they knew exactly what they needed to do. They picked up a lot of kills along the way. We saw an intense fight over towards the office that got them some kills a little bit later on. And then we saw MCD with the listening. We had the charge rifles over side, and then we saw the epic fight coming over from the donut area and Third Impact dropping on over towards MCD. But here's the thing, well, they did pick up 3 points right there. They left 6 other points on the board by not finishing their fight against Cooler. They got 9 points overall for getting second, and they lost out on the 12 there, so that's 3, and then also the 3 extra KP. So we'll see what happens when we go to the leaderboard and find out exactly who won this thing.
Well, let's not keep you in suspense any longer. To the leaderboard we shall go here for our ALGS Winter Circuit Online Tournament number 1 for our EU region. Let's find our Game 6 results, which of course will find their way to our overall results. Cooler Esports. Well done, GG. That is a double-digit kill count. Woohoo! What is up?
Nicely done by Cooler, finally getting their dub, and it's unfortunate that they just didn't have a strong enough first 5 games to be able to compete. That may be enough to get them into the top 10, though, which is going to qualify for them for online tournament number 2, as we take a look at the overall results and find out exactly who is taking online tournament number 1. It's going to be close, but when you look at this, I really feel like possibly it was MCD. I'm not quite sure. Magician's not that far off,
You're
and
right.
it was Third Impact. Unfortunately, they miss out on those 3 kill points. They miss out on those 3 extra points there by not winning the final fight. MCD takes first place. Third Impact takes second. These will be your 2 teams moving on to the playoffs. And again, you gotta feel for Magicians. Just fell short, barely in that last zone there. Placing 5th or 6th place, that was just 2 points that they needed to get into those playoffs.
Absolutely, and hey, not to be outdone, I love me a good storyline. 3 trees coming in from last place to finish 7th. Cooler Esports with that dominance in game number 6. They are going home with a hefty chunk of change at number 6. T-Rex is doing, listen, T-Rex did great, and they're still going home at number 5. Totem, number 4. My goodness, Tom, I mean, this is what you love to see. This is what you love to play for, and it's just an incredible moment.